I think it was probably the chair scene, the lawn scene with Sterling. Most of those scenes I have that are really beautiful are with Sterling, who plays my son, and I think that was a highlight for me of season 2 for that particular scene. Yeah, I think it was the first big table read that we had, where Sterling and Susan and I looked at one another, and we both had the same feeling, like this was something special, and we were just so happy to be a part of it. But it was the first table read. The writing was so good, and we all just noticed it right away. And it was that feeling of feeling like really blessed and grateful to have finally gotten a script that was very special in its writing. You go from obscurity to being recognized in the grocery store, so that's a bit of an adjustment, but it was in a good way. You start to realize how the characters and the writing affect people, and how this show not only affects people, but affects them in a deeper way. And I think that's what's special, as we all know about the show. So yeah, that was it. I think it's one of the things that I love about the character. He's a flawed man, and he has a checkered past. And as that came out slowly, we start to understand and believe that people can be forgiven. So we have forgiveness. Also, how people can change from being bad to good, or how you might describe a person as being bad based on their circumstances and their history of economic position. And so I think that's one of the things I love about this character, that he's a flawed man, very reminiscent of many of the characters that August Wilson writes, very indicative of many of the characters that James Baldwin writes about. And those were some of the writers that I looked on when I started to research and do some reading about William. And I thought that those were some of the writers: Claude Brown, Langston Hughes, and some of the poetry. William is in all of those writings. And so I think that's it. It's perseverance, and it's rising above. I don't think that 20 years ago, not that the audience wasn't ready for it, but maybe executives or people that have a say in the writing probably wouldn't have been ready for this kind of thing. But now we are, and thank God. You know, we're moving forward and moving ahead even